Hello, and you're listening to the Book Was Better podcast, the podcast where we talk about the book of the film. I'm Luke.
And I'm Jacinta.
And this week we're talking about Jack Frost.
Hey you, put down the popcorn and turn on the light. It's gonna be alright, my friend. In the end, take my hand. Trust me, the book was better.
Sleigh bells ring. Are you listening? Are you listening to them?
Unfortunately, yes. Yes, I am.
You've been listening to... Yeah, there's a great Sleigh Bells podcast I've been listening to. About 2 hours.
Yeah, all the different regional bells that they have on their sleighs.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
No explanation, just the bells themselves. But you get a feel for it,
Yeah.
don't you? How are you?
I'm fine.
Very pleased that we could get you in for Christmas.
Yes.
To do one of our Christmas coverage. This is a book I've been very excited for since last year when I bought it and didn't actually get around to reading it. But Jack Frost.
Yeah.
And this isn't to be confused with... Now, there are two films called Jack Frost that came out in the 90s. The other one is a horror film where the snowman sexually assaults Shannon Elizabeth in the shower.
Oh, right. Okay.
This isn't the horror movie?
No. Okay, that's good to know.
Or is it? Because when you start to watch this thing, certainly when you start to read about this thing, it's kind of ambiguous as to whether this is the horror film or the other one is.
Well, especially when you look at the front cover of the book.
Yeah. So this is the one with Michael Keaton.
Yes.
Which is weird for us because we watched Michael Keaton in Birdman this morning.
Yes, we did.
So we've seen the best and worst of Michael Keaton in a very short period of time.
Yeah, though I feel like perhaps this movie is not particularly Michael Keaton's fault. He does the best he can, I feel.
He's still pretty charismatic in this film. I mean, once he turns into a snowman, spoilers, it's kind of a lost cause.
Yeah.
But when he's on screen, he is pretty good, despite this material not being great. That said, though, I wonder if he is a bit to blame, because it feels like that kind of film where... Because he wrote two of the songs that he sings in the film.
Yeah.
Where he went, I'll do it. But not many people are letting me sing my songs. So how about I come and sing my songs and then I'll be a snowman for you guys.
Yeah, right.
He certainly has some pretty big balls in this film.
And he does references his big balls a few times.
He does.
I did notice, yeah.
I feel like we'll be referencing them a few times too. But yeah, you mentioned the cover, which is different from the poster. Do you want to describe it?
Oh, I don't want to describe it, no.
All right, well, let's do this together. So it's got a small boy.
Yeah, kind of leaning in a forward manner.
Bent over.
Yeah.
Downward dog.
Yeah.
A big grinning, creepy snowman with a large smile on his face up behind him.
Yeah.
And once you see it, you can't unsee the fact that it totally looks like this snowman is railing this young boy.
It does look exactly like that. There is no other way this can be interpreted.
We'll put it on the website, I think, because it has to be seen to be believed. And I know, parents struggle with getting kids to eat their carrots. So I just reckon maybe this is a proactive poster in the works. And it's written by Jennifer Baker, someone we're not familiar yet with on the show. I don't speak proper. I'm about to criticise this person's writing style. Jennifer Baker, feel free to criticise my own speaking. She's the author of other classic literature texts, such as Calm Before the Storm, which is Dawson's Creek #2.
I'll have to track that down.
Are you a Pacey or a Dawson fan?
Pacey.
Pacey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going to speed up the pace. At Midnight, a novel based on Cinderella. The Rose, a novel based on Beauty and the Beast.
I sense a theme.
Hired a lot of Disney films on video that year. Goodbye to Love, last summer, Goodbye to Love, last summer, First Love, #2. But that's one of those titles. I get to the end of it, I've got no idea what the beginning of it was.
No.
What about this one? Country Girl Goes to Hollywood.
Well, that's really straightforward.
It's a bit Miley Cyrus.
It is.
this one, Online Dating Scams 101.
Okay.
Couldn't figure out if this was how to avoid online dating scams or how to set them up yourself.
Online Dating Scams 101 for dummies.
Yeah. ASL?
Yeah, ASL.
15F Sydney.
Yeah.
And finally, Rape Victim's Story.
Oh.
Which, based
like a
on
barrel
the
of laughs.
cover of this one, I thought maybe we'd picked up the wrong Jennifer Baker book. Not very festive.
No.
A little bit of trivia on this film, which blew my mind. This is the great thing about the internet. It's one of the great things.
Yes.
Sort of...
Apart from cat memes.
and porn.
Yep.
But, you know, when you saw these movies back in the day, there was no way you could find out the behind-the-scenes trivia very easily. And, you know, a lot of this
Unless you read
stuff...
it in a magazine, of course.
Yeah. So this stuff's gone unmined for many a year. So suddenly you see this film again, you discover it, and you go, hang on, I can find out interesting behind-the-scene facts or factoids
Yes.
sometimes. And I thought this one was really interesting. George Clooney was originally attached to the project, but when he left to do Batman and Robin, ex-Batman Michael Keaton was recast into the lead role. This caused no end of trouble for the Jim Henson's Creature Shop because they had designed their snowman animatronic specifically to Clooney's facial features and acting style.
Oh.
So many things that I've got to say about that.
Yeah.
So they traded one Batman.
For another Batman.
Yeah, they went, oh, we lost him to Batman. Batman. Michael Keaton.
I mean, we can only have Batman playing this snowman.
I guess George Clooney's star wasn't quite as bright prior to Batman.
Well, he'd been in ER for that long. He was still pretty famous.
But TV famous.
Well, everyone knew who he was.
I remember the story was that I think Joel Schumacher was on a plane and he saw it might have been an ad for, like a image for Dusk Till Dawn. Mm-hmm. And he started drawing the cowl on George Clooney.
Yeah, right.
And George Clooney told a story about how he was cast as Batman. And he was like, I've been cast in the new Batman. And everyone was like, oh, so what are you playing? Like, you know, you're the butler?
You're like young Alfred?
Yeah, like, what's the deal? And he was like, no, I am Batman. I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. And yeah, so he wasn't like, now if we heard he was cast in Batman, we'd go, well, you're Batman, obviously.
Yeah.
But not then.
No.
Oh no, it was a different time in 1998.
It was a glorious time in 1998.
So the second thing is, I can't work out whether he dodged the bullet or not.
Yeah.
Like, is it better to have done Batman and Robin and not done Jack Frost? Or would it have been better to do Jack Frost and not do Batman and Robin?
I think Batman and Robin would have been more fun.
It got to be Batman.
It got to be Batman, yeah. This...
Well, I guess
there is very few redeeming things for Michael Keaton apart from getting to sing his own songs.
Well, once you turn into the snowman, you're
You're
in
just
the
doing voice
recording
acting.
booth
Yeah.
in your shorts, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's snowy outside, which you've got your shorts on inside.
Toasty inside.
That's right. George Clooney sitting there with an espresso, just enjoying himself.
Sweating half his body fluids out in his batsuit.
The other thing is, the final thing, is when you realise that George Clooney was supposed to be the snowman and that's what they designed it on,
Yeah.
you cannot unsee it.
I couldn't unsee it.
It's like George Clooney. Even the voice, I started thinking, oh, this is George Clooney.
Yeah.
And the, like, grey eyebrows. I'm like, this is, like, now I finally get it.
Yeah, it didn't look anything like Michael Keaton.
No.
At all.
But it looks a lot like a snowy George Clooney. So,
Yeah.
try and get that out of your head. Actually, I said that was the final thing. I've got another thing!
Oh, shit!
But wait, there's more! If you buy now, I will also say that I always refer to this film as the kid with the CGI snowman. That's not a CGI snowman. That's one big old crappy puppet.
Oh, fuck.
Which I began to really realise. I mean, I'm sure there are some CGI shots when it jumps around on a toboggan or at least some compositing and stuff.
Yeah.
But most of the time it is a shitty suit shuffling around or just standing there while they work the face. So, quite an adventure. This book turned out even better than I expected, which is great considering the title of the show. Let's just jump in and have ourselves a merry little Christmas. Go for it.
Alright. Charlie Frost joined the stampede out of the main doors of school. Vacation! Hundreds of kids rushed the exit as if the first one out won $1 gazillion.
Merry Christmas, he heard Miss Joseph, the tiny red-haired music teacher, calling out behind him. See you next year.
Charlie felt a blast of crisp, cold air as he burst outside. He blinked in the bright sunshine. He took off running, his black knee-high boots crunching on the hard-packed snow. That's a bit saucy. He's wearing knee-high boots.
Style highs. That's why the snowman just couldn't keep his hands up.
That's why it was so hard-packed.
Whoa! Charlie! He whirled around to see Nathan Hess racing after him. Nathan had been in his 4th grade class the year before. Hey, Charlie, you want to watch me try and hack into Pizza Hut's mainframe computers?
No, I want to get home, Charlie shook his head apologetically. My dad's coming back tonight, he explained hurriedly. Charlie's dad was the coolest, rockingest, bluesiest musician on either side of the Rocky Mountains. He'd been on tour with his band for a whole week. But tonight was their last gig.
Now, are you telling me that had Charlie said yes, we would have instead had a film about a couple of kids who hacked into Pizza Hut's mainframe computers? And then, like, I guess they were able to, like, get all the free pizza that they could eat? Like, that's your movie. Where's that movie?
Yeah. I don't think they even said that in the movie,
They
did they?
don't. I double-checked.
Yeah.
So this whole pizza hack idea
is in the book only.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's Jennifer Baker just being an absolute total fucking genius.
Or maybe they took it, maybe they cut that from the movie. What a travesty.
Why would
Well,
you
maybe,
though?
no, maybe they cut it because they didn't want people going, where's our Pizza Hut movie?
Maybe Pizza Hut, like, saw the movie and were like,
And went, stop using our brand.
yeah, you gotta cut that out. Cut it out. Just like, you know, on the Full House show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to see that movie. I think, you know, Pizza Hacker, the movie,
Yep, and it would all be like DOS.
they're just hacking
Green
the
screens.
pizza mainframe and downloading all the cheese and extra toppings they can
Yep.
think of. Like, you know, getting some, popping some fat garlic breads down the fat broadbands. I reckon that's
About
just...
10 years before broadband happened.
Well, they probably, you know, this is the Pizza Hut mainframe.
Well,
We're
you're
talking
right.
about.
Pizza Hut probably had broadbands before anybody else.
Hello, you've reached the Pizza Hut mainframe. Would you like to order pizza?
Would you like any drinks with that?
Press any key to order, and this kid's just... Bam! That's too much pizza! Trust me, Charlie! So look, Charlie's journey is interrupted when he stumbles into a war zone.
It was World War III fought with snow. Half the kids in the elementary school were huddled in a trench on one side of the snow-covered playground or crouched behind walls of snow they'd erected.
So this is a World War III movie now. Like, this has so much promise that it never fulfills.
And rather inexplicably in the movie, they did have, like, helicopter sound effects and bombs and all sorts of things, and you just go, what the fuck is happening?
Well, this movie certainly was a bomb. Ow! It was a Christmas turkey. Ow! It was a piece of shit. So Charlie's friend Tuck greets him as the brain. Like, if Charlie is the smart one in this story, we are screwed.
Yeah.
And here is the general on the opposing side in World War III. You couldn't miss Rory's hardcore snowboarder gear. Hardcore Rory. Even from the other side of the playground, the ultra baggy camouflage pants and the skull and bones t-shirt under his open jacket screamed for attention. Screamed 1998. On either side of him were his two wannabes, Mitch and Pudge. Ken Watanabe. Just waiting to do evil Sir Rory's bidding. Eat snow, you little wieners, Rory yelled.
Oh my god.
I love a 90s bully.
He had really super gelled spiky
Yeah.
hair. Ah.
You little wieners. He was actually more charismatic in the film than he was on the page.
Yes.
And tensions flare as Charlie needs to rescue Natalie's little brother, who has her...
Discman.
Yeah, Discman. I'm like, girl, this is 98. Like, just... The iPod is 3 years away. Just let it go. Let it go like that famous snow song.
From the Snow Icy movie.
The snow... What was that movie called?
Was the Freezy? Freezy.
Ice Lady.
Ice Lady.
Ice Lady.
Yep.
Ice Sisters.
Yeah.
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 Snow Sisters. Snow Day.
Yeah. Cool. Snow Castles.
Snow Dogs.
No, that's a different one.
Princess Castles.
Yeah, Princess Castles, yeah.
Of ice! Pirates. Here's some out of context comedy corner.
It nailed Barry Williams, a 6th grader, right in the butt.
We are talking about the creepy snowman again, right?
Yeah.
And nail you, Barry Williams.
Right in the butt.
So the bully gets smacked in the face by Charlie, and Charlie goes home to see his rockin' dad. But
Charlie raced into the kitchen. A pair of legs in blue jeans stuck out from under the sink. "Dad?" he said eagerly. But Gabby Frost, her shoulder-length blonde hair tied up in a ponytail, slid out from under the cabinetry and sat up, wrench in her hand. Charlie felt a beat of disappointment. Mom.
oh god.
Not Mom.
Fucking Kelly Preston. I came from Michael Keaton, expecting him to pop out of the sink, all covered in grime, and it's Kelly Preston. God.
Well, if she's good enough for John Travolta, surely she's good enough for us.
How disappointing. I bet she couldn't fix his pipes either. Am I right? I don't really know what that means. I think it's a illusion. She stood up, put the wrench down on the kitchen counter and wiped her hands on the legs of her jeans. I don't get it. Sometimes it leaks. Sometimes it doesn't, she said. She's talking about her own plumbing?
Maybe. It needs to depend.
Dad'll fix it, Charlie assured her.
Sure.
Just rest yourself, you dumb woman. You dumb, disappointing, boring woman. Rockingest, bluesiest dad'll fix those pipes.
He can fix pipes just because he has a penis, even though they've never mentioned any word of him being at all handy.
No.
But he's a sweet blues musician, so he can fix the sink.
He's blown into some pipes. Harmonica. Or some organs.
Some organs, yes.
So, Dad, whose name is actually Jack Frost for reals, we cut to him, and here's a sentence nobody was expecting.
Jack Frost could almost imagine the headlines. Discovered in Denver over dumplings.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that to come out. It turns out like Jack Frost is meeting with a hotshot record exec called John Kaplan. We know he's a hotshot because he says things like, I think if we make a tape that kicks butt, I can push it through.
Oh, a tape. That's so cute.
You push it through the butt?
Maybe.
I'm going to kick the shit out of that butt, then I'm going to insert a tape into it, and then we profit.
The stupid thing is, like, this is what, 1998? CDs have been around for a
Yeah.
little while. Like, it's not like you need to record onto a tape.
Might have been hard to record onto a CD back then, you know?
Oh,
Only
maybe.
the hot-shottest of hot shots.
Had CD burners.
Had CD burners,
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
all right.
But look, don't worry, we've got you covered. The book explains exactly how the music industry works. The band would make the tape, Kaplan would play it for the big boys at the record company, and snap, the Jack Frost band had it made in the shade.
Oh, how nice.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
I've got to say, here's another couple of sentences that I was just not expecting.
Charlie was dreaming. Something about Mom and Dad and a tube of chapstick. What? What?
I know.
What are they doing with
That's
the
a bit
chapstick?
kinky.
Oh.
I hear it was cherry flavoured.
Oh.
Well, it was afterwards.
Ow, fuck.
This dialogue, though, is so great. Now, this is where the book stands out, because in the film, you feel like Michael Keaton is getting to improvise and put a lot of his own sort of zaniness in there. Not so much in the book. I think that perhaps Michael Keaton is a better improviser than Jennifer Baker, because this is the actual exchange that happens here. Jack, maybe we should let him sleep.
He has all vacation to sleep.
Dad? Oh man, I must have fell asleep.
That's okay, Charlie boy. You go back to sleep. Wow. That's something, isn't
That's
it?
how human beings converse with each other.
Yeah.
Let her talk asleep. So Jack and Charlie build a snowman. Do you want to build a snowman, he says. Just like that
Ice Princess castles.
movie, Pirates, Castles of Sisters of the Travelling Ice Pants.
Yeah.
Snow Pants.
Yep.
Snow Pants Day.
Yeah.
Snow Pants dogs. You know what?
Right.
You know, like in that movie, every 5 minutes, she's like, hey, want to build a snowman?
Yeah.
Ah, do you can? You want to build a snowman? You know, if she wanted to dissuade her, show her this film.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in the Ice Castle Princess movie, the snowman comes alive too.
Yeah.
But he's not as creepy, though.
No.
No.
I thought he was, but not after this.
No.
He's a gentleman.
Yes.
So look, they build a snowman, Jack and Charlie, father and son. Jack barks at the dog for absolutely no reason. And then Charlie makes the snowman look like his dad, including his famous pork pie hat. Rockingest, bluesiest pork pie hat, I'm assuming.
Only the coolest people in the 90s wore pork pie hats.
Yeah, and they were actual pork pies.
They were.
Often pilfered from windowsill while they were cooling.
Yeah, and they could only wear them in winter because obviously wearing a pork pie hat in summer was just too warm, too smelly, dripped all down your shoulders.
It got very greasy.
Yeah, yep.
Mark Addy was in this film. He looked like he'd eaten it for his pork pie hats, didn't he?
He looked so young.
So that night, Jack gives his son an old harmonica out of his pocket, not a euphemism, claiming that whenever he blows on it, still
not a euphemism,
just coincidence, his dad will be there. Kind of, I guess, like that. What did Jimmy Olsen have that summoned Superman? It's like a magic whistle or something.
Oh, possibly.
A watch.
I don't know.
Special wristwatch.
Don't know.
Foghorn.
The Horn of Gondor.
He would bellow, Superman! Yeah, and then we get again, I complained about this last week, this old trope of dad being too busy to spend time with his son and making promises he can't keep. This thing rears its ugly head again. I think it's in every movie, especially Christmas movies.
Dad, I'm playing hockey tomorrow. Can you come? Charlie held his breath for an answer. His father hadn't made it to a game yet.
Actually, buddy, me and the guys have to record some songs tomorrow.
Charlie felt a wave of disappointment.
As did the audience. This is such an old idea. And I can't imagine the audaciousness of screenwriters thinking that we want to sit through it again. This whole thing, in fact, reeks of somebody really old trying to be cool. I don't know how old Jennifer Baker is, but Jack says dude a lot. And now she's referring to his friend Mac's old Cadillac as funky.
Funky monkey caddy.
It's a funky monkey caddy. And
that was going to be their next single, but
Funky Monkey Caddy.
But he got turned into a snowman. So
I know, what a shame.
Yeah.
I reckon that would have gone right up the charts. Jack is going to teach Charlie a secret hockey move called the J shot. But then he has to leave, so he gets J shit instead. Great dialogue again here, though.
But Dad, Charlie protested.
His father looked over his shoulder at him. What'd you call me? But Dad.
Not funny. At least not very. But Dad, Charlie said more weakly the second time.
But Dad, Sid Grunick teach you that kind of language? His father asked. Now this is better in the film, because he goes, well, I guess that'd make you butt boy.
Yeah. That was my favourite line of the movie.
Yeah.
And it should be pointed out that Sid Gronick is his hockey coach, who is played by Henry Rollins.
Yeah.
Which is amazing because he is absolutely mental. He's this crazy hockey coach who is yelling at the kids to, like, basically murder the other team.
Why do Americans... I hear them talk about Henry Rollins a lot, and they say on podcasts and things, and they say Rawlins.
Oh.
How do you get roll out of R-O-L-L, out of roll?
I don't know.
Like, where do you get that sound from?
How do you get Craig out of Craig?
You're importing in a sound... Well, I guess I can see... Like, I think Craig is insane, but I guess they're using the AI in the same way you do in air.
Yeah, maybe.
Like Air Bud.
Okay, yeah, Air Bud.
Yeah.
Another classic animal movie.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So they're saying Craig. Why anyone would be called Craig? But it's weird in that context because you have names like Greg, which is spelled G-R-E-G.
Yeah. Oh well.
What's with that?
America.
Aaron. They don't like A's or E's.
Megan.
Or double O's. They struggle.
Sorry, America.
They struggle. Of course, the rest of the world's got it wrong.
Oh God, what are we up to?
Yes, so the big hockey game happens and Dad does not turn up. Can you believe that?
Oh, what a surprise.
And things go absolutely terribly for Charlie.
Charlie found himself sandwiched by Mitch and Pudge. Wow, he was going to need a hot bath for his bruised muscles tonight.
Are we sure this isn't Rape Victim Story? We picked up the wrong book. Have they put the wrong cover on this book?
Man, watching this movie, I'm sitting there thinking, God, kid, you should be glad that your dad's not here because you are fucking crap at hockey. You are awful. I wouldn't want my dad watching that. Like, he literally gets in I don't know what they call it, the drop puck or whatever they do to start the game. He literally gets fucking pushed over and falls down.
Yeah.
The end.
But aren't those kids, like, 7 years older than him?
Yeah.
That's
because the other kids are like the grade 7s and he's like I don't know what grade he's in, but they're
1.
Yeah, grade 1. Mentally.
But meanwhile, Dad is playing the blues and author Jennifer Baker is hungry.
Jack Frost let out the final haunting note on his harmonica. It hung in the studio air as bittersweet and as delicious as a rich, dark chocolate bar. Ooh.
Very beautiful, evocative writing. Frost is so cool that even his inner monologue, he says things like, "Oh, baby, it's 6:30.
Oh, baby, it's 6:30.
What is he, like, space dandy?
Yeah.
See?
Oh, I love Space Dandy.
50 years ago, I would have said Elvis, but now we're contemporary. Space dandy.
That's the best dandy.
Is this best dandy? I'll drop a reference that 3 listeners will get. When he gets home late, his wife gives him a rather frosty reception.
Oh.
Hey, the cold shoulder. And so to make up for it with Charlie, he offers him a Christmas at Pine Top, whatever that shit is.
I think that's where their like holiday house was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on top of a pine.
Yeah. Very precarious. Yeah, you couldn't like roll out of bed.
No, and it's full of Ewoks.
It is.
But just before they leave, Dad gets a call that will change everything.
Dad burst out of the house grinning like he'd hit the jackpot in the zillion-dollar lottery. He gave the snowman a pat on the butt as he rushed past it. "They loved our tape," he gushed to Gabby and Charlie. "They're signing us to a contract."
Don't you think that Jennifer Baker is very prone to exaggeration? You notice the kids at the beginning, it was like $1 zillion.
Yeah.
Now it's $1 zillion
It was
as well.
It was a gazillion.
A gazillion before.
Yeah. So this is a little bit less.
Less incentive than those kids
Yeah.
running out of school. So this isn't quite as lucrative as that.
No.
Also fascinated with the butt. Butts
Yeah.
come up so many times in this movie. I didn't even write them all down. Like, there's a bit where he says, like, wipe the ice with their filthy butts.
Yes.
And it's just butt.
Butts and balls all over the shop.
Though we did learn from those leaked Sony PowerPoints, the marketing things, that people like potty humour.
Yes,
So
they
maybe
do.
that's it. They like
Maybe.
butts.
Yeah. In 1998, people loved the butt.
I like this book, Jennifer, but can you litter it with assholes? Because that's what people really like.
Speaking of assholes, Charlie.
Look, pleasing these execs means they have to play a special gig. Mm-hmm. And that means they're going to miss the glorious celebration of Christ's birth with the family. And that is a no-no.
No.
Because that's a holy day. It's a special day.
Yes.
So his family, who are excited that he's finally reached success after working for 40 years to achieve it, suddenly become angry and bitter at his hard-fought success because of baby Jesus. He's crying in the manger.
Yep.
Yeah. Like he's got colic suddenly. It's like they were like, we'll give you frankincense, myrrh, gold, and then Michael Keaton goes, and colic.
Yeah, colic.
Because I'm going to play a gig. So I can give you something to cry about, baby Jesus. In your manger.
Mangy manger.
Manger danger. So Dad looked at Charlie. Charlie dropped his gaze to the snow-covered ground. He was afraid that if he looked back at his father, he might start to cry, and he was much too angry to let Dad think he was worth it. Worthless piece of shit, Dad.
What a turd Charlie is. Because just prior to this, in the movie, Dad has a big chat to Charlie about, hey, you know, like, it's been my dream, like, forever to be in, you know, a band that's popular and they get signed, and hey kid, you know how you like totally want to play pro hockey? It's kind of like that for me, so you can understand my dream and how important it is to me. And then Charlie completely drops his shit as soon as something doesn't go his way.
And he gives him back the harmonica.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want this.
Yeah,
I don't want your stupid harmonica. I don't want anything that reminds me of you. I wish I didn't
fuck
even
your token of love, Dad.
have a dad. I wish you died in a car accident on the way to this gig. So halfway to the gig, though, Dad changes his mind. He's like, this is way more important, is celebrating baby Jesus' birthday with my family. So he takes the Cadillac back to his family while the band continues on in the van. But on the way home...
Jack looked out and his heart jumped into his throat. He couldn't even scream. The guardrail at the edge of the road was smack in front of him. The car was gliding towards it, and behind it, the road dropped off into a steep, tree-lined slope.
He slammed his foot down on the brake. The caddy skidded out of control. He pulled frantically at the steering wheel, but the car wouldn't respond. His pulse beat in his ears. The guardrail was coming closer, closer. A scream penetrated the air as the Cadillac burst through the rail.
The last thing Jack Frost remembered was sailing through the night behind the wheel of the old car.
Right, that's pretty dark. Jack Frost, Michael Keaton, has just died, which is very brief in the film, actually.
Yeah.
They really sweep it under the rug.
Yeah, and to be honest, like, the only reason that he dies is because his little shitbag kid put such a guilt trip shit on him by giving the harmonica back. And, you know, if he hadn't done that, he might have gone to the gig. No worries. Come back. No problem. Dad's still alive.
Yeah, he didn't die going to the gig.
He died coming back.
Turning back.
Yeah.
To come back for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Baby Jesus was like, that was for the collet.
Do you feel good now, Charlie, you little prick?
So you're thinking, okay, well, this film is now just painted itself into a corner. How do we deal with the outpouring of grief about the dead father? And the answer is we don't.
No.
The snowman melts, summer becomes spring, spring becomes autumn, a whole year passes, and then Groundhog Day!
Vacation! Hundreds of kids were rushing the main doors of school as if the first one out won $1 gazillion.
Merry Christmas, called out Miss Joseph, the tiny red-haired music teacher, almost getting knocked over by a student. I thought this is perfect. This is your chance for a redo.
Yep.
The reset button. Let's do the Pizza Hut hacking film now.
Yeah, right.
Like, the kid comes back, hey, want to watch me hack into... And he's like, yeah, my dad's dead.
He's like, sure, Dad's not coming back.
And he's like, well, free pizza's going to make you feel better. Am I
He's like,
right?
sure.
Absolutely. Free pizzas are on me. And then Rory, the bully, calls Charlie a dinkwad. Not as effective as dickwad. Throws a snowball at him, but Pudge comments that he has not been fun to pick on since his old man died.
Oh.
And I just thought, surely this provides many renewed opportunities for bullying, right?
And Rory actually makes some comment like, well, he needs to get over it. I didn't even know my dad. And I'm like, whoa, Jesus Christ, kid.
Hey.
Don't put your own baggage on the situation.
It's not all about you. Maybe Charlie will turn into Snow Batman. And then it'd be another Batman.
Yeah.
Guess me his dad's Batman.
Oh, man. It's like Batception.
Fuck. So Charlie walks into the woods, and I gotta say, things get really deep here.
The trees were so big they seemed to dwarf the problems of one small person. And there was no one around to bug him about what was wrong or ask what he was doing. Or worst of all, to sneak achy, breaky, poor Charlie Frost glances at him when they thought he wasn't looking.
Poor achy breaky
Aw.
Charlie Frost. I just don't think he'll understand this situation. So Charlie decides to build a new snowman. And I thought this was a bit of interesting trivia as to his design. He arranged a wheel from one of his toy Tonka trucks, an Oreo cookie, and a Jack Frost band buttoned down the snowman's front. I didn't notice that until the film pointed out, the book pointed it out. And I don't know why, but I love this line.
No amount of blowing into it could ever bring his father to his side again.
I know.
All the dicks in the world, it would bring my dad back.
Great tagline on the poster. But he does. He blows into the harmonica. I don't know how he got it back.
It looked like it was in the snow. It looked like it was just there, but surely they would have seen it.
Do you think they retrieved it from his corpse, maybe?
Maybe.
Charlie watched without really focusing, vaguely aware of his snowman standing unmoving at the centre of the whirl of snow. Charlie gave a start as a thick broom of lightning split the sky. Boom! A cymbal crash of thunder followed, etc., etc., until...
And then the snowman blinked. No way! 300% impossible! But then the snowman blinked again and stretched his stick arms out as if he were waking up from a long nap. Charlie's eyes opened wide with astonishment and disbelief. This wasn't happening. The snowman swiveled around on his big bottom ball.
I'm home, it called out. Its mouth moved and its voice sounded suspiciously familiar. So now...
Yeah.
It's a horror film.
Yeah, that was a very creepy scene.
Particularly creepy in the book. Like, the film has at least the sort of levity of the puppet. But the book, you're just like...
What the fuck?
And the fact that it's creepy and scary gets dwelt on for a lot longer and in more detail in the book. Like this.
The snowman staring in his window.
Charlie, could you get the door? The snowman said. It's me, Dad.
Charlie let out a blood-curdling scream and snapped the blinds shut. He dove under the pillow again, pulling it tight over his ears. Just ignore it, it'll go away. Go away, go away.
And it turns out that Jack himself is equally horrified to realise that he's not just dead, but also now 3 lumpy balls of snow, a huge round dumpy butt. And
Oh, my dad's a dumpy butt.
Oh, curse of the dumpy butt. It's hereditary too. Then the most terrifying, nightmare-inducing photo section we have ever been witness to happens in the beginning of the book. Even the caption writer at one point can't believe this shit as he writes, Frost lifts his head, brackets, exclamation, exclamation, to look in the window.
Right.
And sure enough, it's Jack Frost holding his severed head high above his body in order to look in the window.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Thought this might have been a metaphor for Keaton's career at this point.
He felt something warm on his leg. Well, where his leg was supposed to be. He looked down to catch Chester with his hind leg up, letting a stream of urine spray him. Frost swatted the dog's butt with one of his stick arms.
It's swatting those butts. Like everyone's touching each other's butts.
Butt.
But. This becomes incredibly grim here. The plows smash the snowman mercilessly into the snow. Crunch! Grind! Charlie hid his eyes behind his hands. When he dared to look again, the plow was backing away. The snowman's body was squashed, faced first into the pile of snow. The scarf and hat stuck out uselessly from the white pile. The stick arms were motionless. The snowman was finished. Charlie slumped to the floor. He was numb, stunned. He couldn't have seen what he'd just seen, but he had. The snowman he'd built had come alive, only to die. Charlie let out a long, long breath. At least his dream, his nightmare, was over.
Jesus.
Wouldn't that be the perfect place to just end the book?
Yeah.
Like, just leave everything right there, and that is the best, creepiest story ever.
Yeah, and it's only about 20 pages long.
Yeah, Dad gets hit by a car, dies, comes back as a snowman, gets cleaned up by a plow, and everyone's just creeped the fuck out. Love it!
But no, keeps going.
He reforms himself, puts himself back together, but then he starts to creep on his wife.
Frost could smell her scent too.
I can smell your pussy.
The smell of her shampoo.
Who said that?
The perfume of her skin.
So creepy and weird.
He could feel her nearness. Ah, bliss. Gabby. He reached his scrawny stick arms towards her.
Pussy. Look, even at this point, the snowman himself sees through all this shit. Once he'd rock and rolled. Now he waddled and rolled. Why me? Frost said to them. Why a snowman? Is it because of the name Jack Frost? Because that's not even clever. Look, he's just lucky his name wasn't Dick Assman or Harry Dong or something, right? Could have been
Cletus
way worse. Yeah. Big penis waddling up to the doorstep going, let me in! It's your dad!
Just going... I can't even mime it. Just like thwop, thwop, thwop on the door.
And Kelly Preston's like, no, that is your father. Let him in. Like I did.
A big dick in life, a big dick in death.
12 years ago. Next day, Charlie does the only sensible thing. He tries to kill it. He emerged from the house a few minutes later, brandishing his mother's hairdryer like a gun. The long orange extension cord snaked back into the house. He took aim at the snowman. Who are you? What do you want?
Charlie, it's me, Dad, the snowman said. I can explain everything. Well, not the part about me being a snowman.
It's the most crucial part.
Yeah.
Which isn't really explained.
No, not at all. Magic.
Stuff happens. Christmas miracle. So the snowman wins back his son's affection, basically by belting the shit out of all the bully kids. Okay, shovel this, Frost hissed under his breath. Now he was mad. He pulled on the end of his scarf as if he were pulling the starter cord on a lawnmower. His stick arms started going around and around like windmills, scooping up snowballs with each turn and flinging them at the bullies. Quality. Yeah, what do you think of this?
Then, in a quick-fingered manoeuvre, the snowman managed to unscrew his top 2 balls and hurl the bottom one onto the other end of the seesaw.
Okay. And then there's a toboggan chase.
Which was so excruciating.
Yeah, well, especially for Rory the bully, who gets his genitals permanently mutilated. I guess so that he doesn't spawn future generations of bullies.
He boarded right toward a thick branch sticking out of the ground. The branch caught him neatly between the legs. Rory let out a howl as he was stopped cold, the branch pressing against his body from his crotch to his nose.
Yeah, audience is laughing, but this kid got really fucked up.
He did, yeah.
It was really messy down there. I thought this was quite moving. Charlie looked into the snowman's coal eyes. Somehow those smudgy pieces of coal managed to be moist and shiny and filled with unshed tears.
Moist.
This is really great. I cleaned my computer screen the other day at work using a pre-moistened towel. And I just thought, like, what a great service. Like, can you imagine if that was just available everywhere? Like, you know how at Christmas you have the, like, little gift wrap section? They were just like, would you like us to pre-moisten that for you? And you'd be like, oh, does that cost any extra? And they'd be like, no.
No, it's complimentary.
Complimentary. We can just moisten it over there. I will recommend, though, if you're going to have it pre-moistened, to get a plastic bag rather than a paper one. But, yeah, we'll just...
It's always a good life rule.
We'll just
have it pre-moistened.
Pre-moisten that for you. Oh, look, I can't be bothered with this tonight. Can we get this pre-moistened for me, please?
Someone just comes in with a pump bottle.
Look, there's shenanigans as Charlie hides Jack Frost from Mum. Sort of like a bit of an E.T. rip-off here. And then, oh, fuck, look at this.
He jumped up and started singing a rocking bluesy tune. Time to get off your big fat butt. Time to fasten those skates. He spun around and strummed an air guitar. Dad's a snowman and it's got you down? Well, this snowman really rates.
Oh, fuck. Well, I mean, what does that even mean? Is that the best lyrics they could come up with in this multi-million-dollar film? Well, this snowman really rates.
Can you imagine Michael Keaton did not take the credit for that one?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. So, Jack finally teaches Charlie the J-shot. Perfect J-shot. This Frost ain't lost. Wrapped the snowman. Charlie grins, skating right. He took the puck from a different angle. Boom. That was pucktastic, his father announced. This is the great thing about this, is when he's a human, Michael Keaton, actually on set interacting with people, he's funny and charismatic. And when he's a snowman, he's just like, I'm reading whatever shit you put in front of me in this booth.
Yeah. And they don't, you know, if they've gone on about this J-shot for the whole book, the whole movie, and you're thinking, oh, this is some crazy, amazing shot, you know, like the knuckle puck or something from Mighty Ducks. No, not really. They just hit the puck. It just goes in the net. So apparently if the puck goes in the net, then it is a J-shot?
That's what he was doing wrong before, though.
Well, yeah.
Wasn't hitting that puck.
Because they did mention that he'd, like, never scored before.
Yeah.
You suck at hockey, Charlie.
I'm going to call this really early, but I think this is the next winner in the Out of Context Comedy Corner Award, you know, end of next year.
Okay.
It's my new favourite line. He grabbed a handful of snow and began plugging up his dad's holes.
Oh, that's a frosty hole.
I'm a little hot and raw down there, Charlie, so get some of that snow and...
plug up me holes.
Plug up the holes for your old dad. Plug up your old dad's holes, Charlie. Yeah, that snow in there. Look, there's steam coming off it. This book is so full of wisdom, though.
Dad might be an overgrown triple scoop snow cone, but Charlie still had a few things to learn from the guy.
Yeah.
Like what?
So thoughtful.
So he's just learnt the J shot. That's pretty much all he fucking needs, really.
Oh, you obviously haven't seen the K shot. So, the big climax turns out to be a melting Jack rushing to see his son play hockey. Frost wobbled across the asphalt parking lot, his bottom ball sizzling and liquefying like a pat of butter in a hot frying pan. His boy was in there, and Frost had made a promise to him. Hot soup coming through. He felt himself shrinking with every step he took. Now, this is way better in the book, because the book describes him as melting and looking like shit and getting smaller and smaller and being this, like, wretched puddle with a face. But in the movie, it's just the same animatronic snowman that they've put a spray bottle on. He doesn't get smaller or anything. It's nothing. And Jack manages to see his son score for the first time, and Charlie is declared a hero, which is very easy in America to be suddenly declared a hero for some reason. And look, as well, speaking of the father, you know, we all have accidents.
Charlie nodded, and then he saw it. The big puddle of water under his father.
I'm so happy, Charlie. I'm really happy.
Everybody needs depends in this book.
This book is so classic, though. Like, it just kept bringing the lols. I was dreading reading it, and I just thought it was so funny. Charlie, I'm not driving you and your snowman anywhere, his mother said sternly. I don't know what's going on between you and that snowman, but it has to stop.
But Mom, I've been plugging his holes. It's love.
I just love to think that, you know, there was no film, that this is just a book that exists and it has lines like that. So Charlie, with the help of Bully Rory, actually, smuggles his melting dad into a truck and they go to their mountain cabin up in, was it, Pine Top?
Yep.
In order to hide. He wants to save his dad, doesn't want to lose him again, wants to get him somewhere cold. There's something about all this that makes me uncomfortable, though.
Charlie's blue eyes fluttered closed. Frost studied his long, dark blonde lashes, his soft, full mouth, the curve of his cheeks. If Snowman had hearts, his was definitely breaking. That sounds so bad.
You've got a nice pair of soft, full lips there.
Like your mouth, boy.
Charlie. Looking at the curve of your cheeks. Not those cheeks, Charlie. So look, finally, Mom comes to pick up Charlie. Charlie and Dad have a teary goodbye. The snow whirls around the snowman again. He's like, you know, I gotta go, slugger. And
Charlie stared harder. There was something inside the snowman. Some kind of glowing form. Shimmering, glistening, all crystalline? Yeah, crystalline light. His father, Dad, the way he once was, standing in the centre of a spinning vortex of snow.
It's like this completely photoshopped, bright, filtered Michael Keaton.
Looks like Anakin at the end, like new Anakin at the end of Return of the Jedi.
Just as embarrassed. And about to go to heaven, I suppose.
Yeah.
He's made up with baby Jesus, and off he goes. Now, here is the ending, can you believe it? But Charlie felt good out in the new snow. Fresh powder, Dad's favourite. Yeah.
He watched as Chester trotted across the street to Natalie's house and barked at the snowman in her front yard. He lifted his leg and let out a yellow stream on it.
Charlie laughed and shook his head. He turned back to the driveway practice arena and took another shot at the bullseye. Boom! A snowball hit him squarely in the back. He spun around, but he was alone. Nothing. Nobody on the street in one direction or the other.
Nothing but snowmen standing silent guard on every snowy lawn.
And each one possessed by the ghost of a vengeful dead person. Oh, you're fucked, Charlie! The end.
Because, like, Natalie in the movie was a bit of a creepo, so I wouldn't be surprised if her snowman was haunted by someone that she killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Merry Christmas. That is Jack Frost.
I just don't really know what the message was in that. I don't even know what really got redeemed. Because the dad's still dead at the end. It's not like he did a good deed and got to come back to life.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's just dead still. He's just still gone. And it's not like, you know, he came to one of his son's hockey games and so now the son's okay with his dad being dead because he came to his hockey game?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
And they're like, you know, he's like, I gotta go now, but what times we had? Hey, what times? And it's like, no, it was a pretty shitty film. You didn't have very great times. Like, you ran around being chased by bullies and then you were melting.
And your kid had to, like,
he threatened
get
you
around
with
on a
hairdryer.
Yeah, and he was just lugging you around on a little go-kart thing.
The dog pissed on you.
Yeah.
The dog bit your arm off at one point. Like, you didn't have a great time at all.
No.
And we didn't have a great time watching it.
No.
So I got to ask, as I always do, was the book better?
No way.
I'm saying yes.
No, I felt that Michael Keaton helped me with that movie.
I think the book is so funny. Like, if you just imagine this thing existed, plus it comes up with this amazing Pizza Hut hack idea, which I just think, you know, don't waste your time on Sony. Let's get everybody a pizza.
Yeah, okay.
You know, free pizza for everyone. Hack the system. Download some pepperoni. I want to see it happen.
Get it out of your floppy disk drive. It just spits out pepperoni.
Oh, yeah, the CD drive. They're useless now.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the new Macs won't have them or don't have them.
No, they don't.
But what about a pizza oven?
That's the future, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bit like the next iMac upgrade with the iOven.
It would be thin crust because
Oh,
they
yeah,
like
yeah, of
everything
course.
sleek.
Yeah.
And I think that's fair enough. But you can always stack them.
Of course you can.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One Amazon review I'm going to read out. See what you think of this. 12-year-old Charlie Frost has just gotten out of school for the winter Christmas vacation. His dad, Jack Frost, has promised to come home, but Jack doesn't always keep his promises, so Charlie is hoping Jack will come. What I liked about this book was there was a lot of exciting parts, like at Charlie's hockey game. I didn't like the middle or the ending because Jack dies in a car accident going back to his family. It was really sad. I would recommend this book to readers who like fun, emotional, adventurous books. So really like this book, but didn't like the core part of the premise, which was the whole reason for this book existing in the first place.
Yeah.
It'd been a great book if, the father hadn't died and hadn't turned into a snowman.
Yeah.
It'd
just be like a really emotional piece about, Jack emoting about his family's not supporting his dreams and the son...
the kid who
just
sucked
whining.
at hockey would be the name of the film.
Who just kept being really shit at hockey.
I like the bit about Pizza Hut. I'd like to hack a pizza right now.
I'd like to hack a pizza into my mainframe.
Yow! My mainframe. Come on, ladies, put your hands all over my mainframe.
Jingle my bells.
So that was Jack Frost. So thank you very much. Merry Christmas or whatever other crazy thing you celebrate, everybody. This is not the last episode of the year. Next week is a very, very special episode. One of the highlights of the year. It is the Book Was Better annual novelization writing challenge.
Oh, yeah.
So a bunch of hosts, including original host Jess McLeod, Lizzie, Courtney Colson, Suzanne, and the old Xavier.
Yeah,
He's
right.
going to record something and send it over from the Eastern State. Xavier of Something Something Joystick. And we are going to be writing a novelization, or at least about 11 scenes of a novelization of Theodore Rex.
Oh, the Whoopi Goldberg
buddy cop movie where her partner is a animatronic T-Rex.
Well, that's something to look forward to.
That is gonna be wacky. I know that some of those guests have already been writing away. I know Courtney's pretty entrenched in it at the moment. I'm about to look at it myself shortly. So look forward to that. And then we're going to take a little bit of a break, I think.
Yeah.
But thanks so much, Jacinta.
That's no worries. Thank you for having me.
Of course, everybody can listen to you and I every week on FPcast, where
if you want to.
No,
you don't
do
have
it.
to.
You do have to.
Okay,
It's a pop culture
alright.
podcast. We didn't record it just for our own fucking shits and giggles,
Well, we kind of did.
especially this week. And also listen to ScarJo A Go-Go, my very deep, meaningful, intelligent podcast about Scarlett Johansson. You can find all of these things at your one-stop shop, which is www.fruitlesspursuits.com. You'll find links to all those podcasts, as well as our Facebook page where you can come and discuss your own fun dad adventures.
Yeah. Or tell us, about how you don't have a dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have a dad.
Well, I don't have a dad either.
Yeah.
Yeah, like physically I have a dad.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, but like...
Spiritually.
Yeah.
Emotionally.
Yeah.
Frostily.
Yeah. It's been the Absent Father podcast today.
It has.
Yeah.
So
Mine's not a snowman.
we all have it tough.
Yeah.
But as Rory the Bully said, get over it.
Yeah, exactly. If Rory the Bully with his spiky 90s hair said it, then, we just have to take those lessons on board.
We sure do. So thanks for listening and
See you on the flips.
catch you on the flips, you fucker.
Fuck off.
Magic.